Welcome to our session 7. This is the last episode for our Unfiltered Spark season. And today we have Minu Singh Joshi with us. And before I go to her, I'll give you a little introduction about myself. I'm Smita. I'm a traveler through life. I'm a CA by profession, and I also have passion towards coaching, mentoring, writing, as well as dancing. And I'm an avid traveler. And today, the guest who is with us is Minu. Minu is a counseling psychologist. She's a life coach, and she's an Indian wisdom practitioner as well. And she's written a book on self-nurturance, which is Route to Emotional Well-being and Resilience. This is the book. I don't know. I think you can't see the book because I have a filter there. But yeah, the book she's written recently, and it's very close to my heart, and it's helped me. And it's like when she signed this book, she's written something like, "May this book serve as a lighthouse in your journey." And actually, it's a lighthouse for me as well. So yeah, over to you, Minu. Before I bombard you with further questions and all. Yeah.
Thank you, Smita. Thanks for your lovely words, and thanks everyone else for joining in. And a little bit, Smita told about me. So yes, what I do is not my work. Just before we started, Smita was asking me, I mean, don't you get tired from where you get the energy by doing session after session? And I just told her that I think I draw energy from my work. I don't want to even call it work. So this is something I love doing, and that's why I'm into this field. And in my capacity, I have been trying to be there for people, to support them in whichever way I can. So that's what I am.
Yeah, I was trying to show the book. So this is the book, Self-Nurturance ka book. And the topic is also
Thank
about
you.
self-nurturance for women, basically. So, Binu, good that you started with your introduction, that how much you love your work as well. And I know you were passionate about that, the counseling side and the life coach side, but now you become an author as well. So what inspired to write this book for yourself?
Uh, my people, my clients. For
Mm,
years of experience, every time I would talk to them, this one thing, one field I felt that is lacking in all of us. Probably there was a time, including me. Somewhere we do so much for others, we are always there for others, and we give from our heart and our soul. But when it comes to self, we become thoda kanjoos. So
mm,
we lack self nurturance, and this is what I realized, that this is something it needs to reach to people. And also another reason why I thought of writing on this topic, or I wrote this book, because I wanted to give just very simple uh, do it yourself tools to all my clients, all the readers, so that if they all can follow these things in their daily life, probably they can protect themselves from fatigue, from mental, emotional fatigue, and they can probably avoid me also to some extent coming to me, I mean to say, because self nurturance is something, if we do it on a daily basis, many things when it comes to our emotional well being and mental health, we can actually deal with them. We won't reach to the level where it becomes a mental or emotional issues or concern. So that's the reason or my idea. Yes.
so this nurturance is a very beautiful word because I just love that word, and it's very different from
Yes.
self-care. It's just not caring; it's nurturing as well. So,
Yes.
how do you want to deep down into this word nurturance so that people can understand it better?
Yes. Sure. So self care is, in today's time, it's a almost like a buzzword. Everybody uses that self care, and uh, probably people understand also a little bit. When we talk about self care, or when we use the word self care, it's confined to action. What we do, uh, probably going to a spa, or doing some certain things for myself. So if this is more action oriented, but when we use the word nurturance, it goes much more deeper than that. This is if I can say in a very simple word, this is to be with yourself, this, to show the same compassion, kindness, love, affection which we show to our near and dear one, to our loved one. So, nurturance is being, showing that a positive emotion, that love and affection, compassion to self.
Mm. Interesting, because I am in a slow down pace. You know that I was in a corporate and a high paced
Yes,
job, and I was very fast in my space and pace and all of those things. So probably I'm in the version of being slow down. And this phase of my life, I needed something like this, a book which is just helps me out, so that I can look at the little tips which is there in the book, just going to the mountains.
yes, indeed, yes,
Yeah, even that spending the 1 minute with yourself in the morning routines is also does a lot of difference to your life. I mean, it's just you
yes.
try looking at a lot of things in a very beautiful manner. I mean, something opens up for you.
Exactly. And I have given very simple tools, which so many times we have the tendency, we think we need to do something very big, or we need to bring big shifts and changes in our life to change ourselves, to change our life. But no, life, our happiness or joy or a good life, I think, is made up of those small, small things. And Smita, you being a traveler also realizes, you would realize this. You are a traveler, you are a dancer, and you do seek happiness in small small things. So this is what self nurture is. We don't need to wait for and to do something big. Daily things, small simple tool, if we do it in our daily life, I think that takes care. So yes, it's a big, it's the way of living.
Mm. Another thing what I liked is that it's more regarding self compassion rather than self criticism here. So what
Yes.
are your thoughts on it?
Self criticism is, we are very expert into that. As a therapist, this is what I have seen. I mean, anything happens, we just look for a chance, and we just get into the spiral, and we are expert in criticizing ourselves. To say few good words or loving words to self comes so, with so much of difficulty. It's so hard to us. When
Mm.
it comes to again our people who are our loved one, we are so generous in sharing that love and affection and kindness and positive words. But when it comes to self, we would always, मुझ में ही प्रॉब्लम है, मैंने ही कुछ किया होगा, आई एम नॉट गुड इनटू दैट, आई एम नॉट गुड इनटू दिस, मुझे ये नहीं आता, आई कांट डू दिस. सो ऑल दैट नेगेटिव narratives which we have created, and so we need to really start creating distance and move towards a self compassion. We cannot accept or we cannot do anything with self until unless we show that compassion to ourselves. We cannot. I mean, even if we are unwell or if we want to grow in life, we do physical, mental, emotional, whichever growth or whatever we want to do. Before starting anything, we need to be compassionate towards self. The whole world teaches about compassion, but it's always compassion towards fellow beings. What about self? I say always, I say charity starts from self, from
Mm.
home.
So, like, I met you in Bhutan, like in our travel trip, and I saw you in a very different zone there, also not interacting much with people, but yet enjoying the nature. And again, the more I got to know that you're always been a learner. Sometimes you're learning. I mean, you've done different modalities like NLP, your chakra healing, I mean Reiki, and a lot of different tools you've used. And I think that you've used all those tools and integrated your learnings into this book as well. So,
Yes.
how was it for you that putting it all together?
So yes, Smita, you're right. I feel I'm always a learner. So when you say, you're right in saying that, because I always look forward and I always try to learn something, and uh, I like learning. I love learning, and learning helps me, and I think it goes it's same for everyone. It helps us to become a better version, to understand self and others in a better way. Learning is not just upgrading the skill. Learning is about self, about other, about the world, about the universe. So I keep learning. I just love learning. I cannot sit even a single day without learning something new. So I always do. And whatever I have learned or I'm still learning, I have tried putting everything into this book so that I can share it with the world. So yes, be it NLP, be it hypnotherapy, be it CBT, what was called earlier RBT, or Indian wisdom, I have tried putting from everything whatever I have learned into this book so that it can help people to understand in a very simple manner. Like through Indian wisdom, uh, we have become so Western oriented in our thought, and we always look to Western world for something, and we think the solution lies there. But we need to come back to home. We need to come back to ourselves because everything is here with us. So Indian wisdom has all the solution. I say to people always, to all my clients, that the biggest book of psychology on this earth is Bhagavad Gita. Only if we read and only if we understand it, it is not a religious scripture that we need to understand. If we read and understand, it talks so much about uh, mental health, emotional well-being, resilience, how to be. So that's the biggest book, and so that has helped me a lot. Other whatever I have learned, and I do learn from Indian wisdom, I have tried implementing how it can help people to be to practice mindfulness, to be still, to do the meditation, everything. Also CBT, which is very important. A lot of our issues comes from our belief system, and we are tied to our belief system since childhood. So it's very important that with time we start understanding if there are certain belief systems which are not helping, and
Yeah.
if they are not helping, we need to challenge them and we need to break that. So from that perspective, I have tried putting that. Also NLP, establishing new pattern, breaking the old pattern and establishing new pattern, and it does help. As we understand, it's like it changes your pathway, it changes. NLP helps to do that. And then also from hypnotherapy, I have tried putting the affirmation, what they can do. So affirmation, when we say, it's like telling myself, repeating certain things which helps us to uh, establish it in our subconscious mind. Hypnotherapy is, it's more about going deeper to your subconscious mind and work there at that level. So these are few things which I have, and beyond that, my life experiences, my experiences with my clients, everything I have tried putting here.
So somebody asked me that Minu, who's coming into the show, is she a therapist? I said no, no, she's not my therapist. She's somebody whom I met in my travel journey, and she's my travel mate as well. And though we've become friends over a period of time, but I've learned a lot from you. Earlier when I met you in Bhutan, I used to think, yeah, you're a psychologist. What kind of personality she would be? She would be fun to have with, or it will be all serious conversation. Can they be friends? Will they judge me? All of those questions used to come. But over a period of time, I've realized they're like another human being, another friend with whom I can be myself. And yeah, you can
Yes.
be a friend to a friend, and a
Yes,
psychologist,
yes.
yeah, a counselor, a life coach to the person who's meeting you at that capacity as well. So वो जो image होती है ना, for the psychologists and coaches are very different. So now when I become a coach,
Ah,
I also realize it. Yeah, people might be looking at me from another lens.
from certain, yeah, from certain angle. Yes, but I try to be a good human being first, and even for my clients, I believe, I don't know, they would be able to give the testimony, but they also do not really consider or look at me like a therapist. They feel very connected, and that's what my approach is. Because first you need to have that human connection, then only one can become a therapist or coach or whatever. So
Definitely,
yes, I
definitely.
know when we met, of course, first time anybody would think, and yeah, I do come across as quite weird
So
also at times.
yeah, it's normally I found it in people as well, that how can you be friends with a psychologist? I said they're also human.
Ah,
Beyond the
of
tag,
course, yeah,
they
yes,
also need the circle. They need the friend circle, the
exactly.
family, but they don't get. I don't know. But I've seen the people with that perception also. But I think now people are more open to mental health. getting to know about their
Yes,
own self. So it's opened up for people.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes,
So yeah, I am
that's
so
true.
very proud to have a friend who's a psychologist, like you
Oh,
are,
me
and
too.
you as well as I think Prachi is also another friend of ours who's also a psychologist. So probably we found that
Yeah.
friendly bond with each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So coming back to boundaries for self nurturance, is boundaries very important?
Very important. In life, boundary is very important. And this is, I think, first thing which everyone needs to learn, especially women. The concept of boundary only, I think, at times it's missing. And
Hmm.
again, I would say specifically with women, we feel and we have been uh, trained or taught this way that creating and keeping boundary means being selfish, probably. So we have very wrong concept about boundaries, wherein boundary is very important, I feel.
Yeah.
uh, I cannot pour from an empty cup. This in this book also I have mentioned this. So when I create boundary, I'm nurturing myself. It's like you nurture a garden only when there is a boundary. And if there is no boundary, anybody will come and throw their garbage because there is no, it's open field. Then the garden will not flourish. So self-nurturance is that you create the boundary, you nourish, and then you flourish, and then only you can give to other. You can pour because you are full. You don't give because there is a compulsion to give. You give because you want to give. And there's so much of difference when I'm giving because, oh, I have to give, and I'm giving because I feel like giving. I'm so full. I want to give. So boundary is very important. I repeat, I again and again I say this.
Yeah, I also understand that because I've also had problems with boundary. But yeah, once you have a boundary, it's so beautiful because the same thing which you were giving earlier has a
Yep,
different meaning.
different meaning. Exactly.
The fulfillment is more basically that the way you
Yes,
give.
yes. Yeah, that's true.
Another interesting thing which I found in your book was resilience.
Resilience is my favorite word. I
Yeah.
use it a lot, always in my life, in my personal life.
So yeah. So what is it that you want to exchange
So,
experience about that word?
yes, yes. Resilience, again, I don't know what's the dictionary meaning of resilience, but to grow in our life, we need to have resilience. It's again a very important tool to have. Resilience is not about being stiff or being very strict or non-flexible. Probably many times this is what we feel, but this is none of them. Resilience is I have the capacity to bend but not break. I can bounce back again. And when I nurture myself, I do bend. I understand that I need some break, I need some rest. And then again, when I do that, when I nurture myself, I give that break to myself, and then again I bounce back. That is what is resilience. Resilience is sustainable. Then
Mm.
I have that energy and I'm not breaking. Otherwise, if I continue to give without nurturing myself, there comes a time when I'm like done. And the breaking point comes. Resilience teaches us how not to break under pressure.
Mm.
And that's through self-nurturance.
So yeah. Tell me, Meenu, are there any practices one can follow if they have just 10 minutes in their daily life? I mean, in a day's time, they just have 10 minutes in the morning.
Oh, there are many. There are many practices which everyone can follow. Again, we have this mindset. मेरे पास टाइम कहाँ है? मेरे पास बहुत कुछ है, फैमिली है, बच्चे हैं, और जॉब है, और so many responsibilities and duties. So where do I have time to for self nurturance to give to myself? But again, I don't need 1 hour, 2 hours, or 5 hours, or 10 hours for that. Even if I have 5 minutes, just a few simple things every morning when you wake up. The first thing, if you're waking up at probably at 7 a.m., try to wake up at 6:55. 5 minutes. and give that 5 minutes to yourself. Just be with yourself without any kind of disturbance. Just sit. If you have a balcony, just look outside. If you don't have a balcony, if you have one plant, just look at that pot. Or if you have nothing, just sit with yourself, probably a cup of coffee or whatever you take in the morning, and introspect, reflect, just be with yourself. One thing. Next, you can do just three deep breathing. It is the best practice to come back to self. Deep breathing. We don't breathe properly. We don't know how to breathe. When we were born, we know how to be. We were perfect. When we are born, we are just perfect. We are born perfect. But with time, we start forgetting. So we also start forgetting how to breathe. So just three deep breath, actual real breath. That also helps you to ground, come back to yourself. So if you like reading, if you like gardening, if you like painting, if you like drawing, whatever, just do it for few minutes whenever you get a time. Just every day, make sure that how you take time for everything and everyone, the same way, please keep in your reminder, in your checklist, to-do list, that there is one person, that person also needs you, which is you. And give that 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, whatever. But every day, that's exclusively for yourself. And do any of these practice.
And
In fact, in my book, I have mentioned many practices. This is what the book is all about. So
hmm,
you will find many, many practices which you can do.
yeah, I like the you've written about Sudoku, playing chess, all of those things as well.
Yes,
Crossword
yes,
puzzles. Very interesting. It's a small thing. I've forgotten how to play crossword puzzles because when I was a kid I used to do it. But now when I read that book, it reminded me of those memories as well. Playing chess, playing Ludo, and probably this is also an act of nurturance because you're giving yourself some time.
exactly. And believe me, if you try doing, when you do something which you actually like, you get so absorbed, so involved in that there at that point in time there won't be any stress. There won't be any kind of anxiety
Mhm.
because what you're doing, you love it.
And also, like another point in your book is upgrade yourself. It's not only
Yes,
continued learning. We always think we're learning, we learn something new, but upgrading yourself is also that much important for me.
yes, every day. Every day, it's not that, as I say, it's upgradation is not, I'm learning some skill. That's good, very good. We must keep learning some skill also. But by the end of the day, I need to ask myself, did I upgrade myself today? What extra did I do? How did I what did I do differently today? Was I any different than what I was yesterday? Upgradation is not in comparison to anyone else or anything else. It's with self. So
Hmm.
yes, we need to upgrade all the time.
Hmm.
Thought,
So not
feelings, emotions,
yeah,
everything.
it's not that only spiritual meditation. It could be these things as well.
Anything. Yeah. Not
Yeah.
necessary. Whatever suits you, whatever. But
Hmm.
upgrade yourself.
Yeah. I believe in gratitude. Doing a gratitude helps me. That also.
Yes, yes. That also is a part of self-nurturance. Again, I always tell my clients these few practices to follow in their daily life, and one of them is gratitude. And I myself is a big follower and a big believer in gratitude. It's very simple. The universe says, if you are not thankful for what I have given you, why should I give you more? So be thankful for what I have given you, you will receive more. So have the gratitude, the attitude of gratitude is very important. The more gratitude you will have, the more you will receive, the more opportunity you will have to be grateful, to have the gratitude towards people, towards universe, towards everything. So gratitude immediately fills us with positive emotions. When
Hmm.
we have gratitude, we cannot be in a negative zone. And if we are in a positive zone, we are upgrading ourselves.
So tell me, Minu, people who've read your book, what have they told you about the book? How?
Many things, many people have come back and they have given me the feedback. And one thing which many of them said that They never realized that these simple things can make so much of difference, and they actually started uh, following them in their life, and they have started seeing the difference. One of my client, she's a working mom, having a kid, husband, and then in-laws, everyone. She used to be one person, the overachiever, perfectionist. So she just wanted to be perfect in everything, and she would always be, I would say that you have wheel in your feet. Always, from the time she would wake up till the time she would sleep, she didn't know what she was doing. When she came to me, that was the first thing about, she told me that it's very difficult for her to recognize who she has become. And so much of pain there was when she was saying that she doesn't know what she has. She's not what she seems to be today. She used to be such a girl who was full of life and so happy go lucky, बहुत मस्ती करने वाली. But now, in her words, now though I don't even smile. I have forgotten. I don't know when I saw myself in the mirror, and it's such a sad state to be. Then with time, slowly she has started understanding the value of self nurturance, coming back to self, and she started certain practices. She has been with me, and with time, I can't tell you, these things make me so grateful that how she has changed, and she feels so, she is so happy today. She says that I have found myself, and now I'm never ever going to lose myself, and I'm not ever going to really neglect myself. So every day now, every day she goes to gym, she goes for walking, she takes time out for herself, she takes care of her skin, she takes care of herself. This whenever, whatever time, nothing has changed. Still, she has the same job, same kids, same family, same husband. But she has understood that there is one person who also needs all of that, and she has started giving it to herself. And so likewise, there are so many examples I see, and which has really helped me to have more and more gratitude, and also somewhere inspired me to write this book when I saw those changes when they came to me, and how they it changed them, and how now after reading this book, how they're small things they're doing in their life, those things in their daily life. So it's beautiful to see those transformation.
So yeah. So Meenu, when you told me about the book, I thought self-nurturance is a beautiful word, but normally it is a lot of misconception. It is always about self-indulgence. Basically, it's only about
Hmm,
indulgence.
hmm,
But
hmm,
actually,
hmm,
it is
hmm.
very sacred. That's the reason I thought I should bring this topic in one of my sessions when I'm doing with
Exactly.
HerKey, because it's most sacred. It's about so much of love you have to give, not only to self. From when your cup is full, you can give it to others. But first is
Yes.
yourself.
First, yeah, first is you. So yes, that's another myth which again I have addressed in the book also. When we talk about self nurturance, we always feel, or other people makes us feel or believe that it's being selfish. But no, this is being completely unselfish, because I want to do for others, I want to give others, I want to do there for others, and that I can do only when I am there. When I'm not there, how can I be there for anyone else? And for me to be there, I need to take care of myself. I need to do those self nurturance. So it is sacred, as you rightly said, Smita. It is not at all self indulgent, or not at all selfish, because how long can I drag myself on empty?
So let's see if our audience have questions. If they are in, I don't see anything in the chat. Guys, if you have any questions, do let us know so we can answer it. Otherwise, I'll go to the rapid question round. I don't see Rashmi, Sandhya, Diksha, Divya. Do you have any questions? I think there are no questions. So probably I. So I had. Beautiful teachings. Thank you, Diksha. So yeah,
Thank
I
you.
had yeah. Diksha has also done a session with us. Session 5 was hers. She also did NLP, and she's
Yep.
again my batchmate for NLP training as well. And
Wow,
she's yoga.
wonderful.
And so probably I had a good time learning with them
Thank you,
as
Kavita.
Kavita is also saying very nice soothing session. Yeah.
Read the book so
Yeah.
that it becomes a part of your life.
Yeah. So I had a great time reading the book. So that's the reason I wanted to have a discussion. So
Thank
I
you,
will,
Diksha.
yeah. Divya is also saying nice session. So agar come any more chats? Let me see. Mm, okay, so let me go back to the last 2 minutes more. I'll take the rapid fire round.
Yep, sure, sure.
So morning tea or morning coffee?
I'm a tea person.
Sunrise
Prefer
or
anytime.
sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
A quote you live by.
Ah, where others sees a closed door, I see a new beginning, a new opening.
Hmm.
So I'm someone who never gave up in life. Never ever.
Hmm. If not a psychologist or a coach, what would you be?
I think I would wear many hats. Even now I do. So many things I can do and I could have done. Probably author, which now I'm already, and it's just a starting. Many more going to come, and probably author or I'm a traveler, so I love traveling. So a full-time traveler or travel blogger, or something related to nature. Probably I would have been doing something related to nature because I feel very connected to nature. Yeah.
Mountains or beach?
I love nature in all form, but if you ask me the preference, mountain.
Yeah,
Mountain always calls me.
because we've traveled together to both mountains and beaches.
Yes, yeah,
So
exactly.
what is the one emotion you have made peace with?
Mm, I think guilt. I was also, it's not that I'm different from any of you all. So I think again, women tend to carry a lot of guilt. We carry guilt for everything and anything. किधर उधर यूक्रेन वॉर भी हो रहा है तो वी फील गिल्टी अबाउट इट, ये हमारी वजह से हो रहा है. So this is the amount of guilt we tend to carry. So this is one emotion I have made peace with. No more guilty by bas.
And your mantra right now in life?
Live and let live. Live in the now. Every moment. Life is happening now. It's not in tomorrow. It was not in yesterday. It's happening
Hmm.
now.
Dance or singing?
Uh, I love dancing.
That I know. So yeah, therapists
Yeah.
also dance. They can be good dancer. They can be fun to be with as well. So yeah,
Good or bad, I don't know, but they love dancing. I love dancing. Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love to have fun. Yes.
yeah. Yeah, so I think I'm done with my rapid fire round as well. So this was our last session. I
Great.
hope you guys had a good time with all the 7 sessions I had. And today's session was special because it's the end of our series as well. So thank you, Minu, for taking out time for us. And let me see if
Thank
any,
you so much.
yeah, एक और बार देखती हूँ if there are any questions. No questions on the
Yeah,
chat.
sure.
Yeah.
So thank you, Smita, and thanks to HerKey for bringing this opportunity to me. And I'm really thankful to each one of you, to everyone who comes in my life, because everyone teaches me something, and I'm a learner, lifelong learner. So even now, today, I'm going back with some learning and a bit more enriched than I have been. So thank you so much to each one of you, and do take care of yourself, please. Understand self-nurturance is your right. It's not a luxury. It's a basic thing which we have to do, and be happy in life. Stay blessed. Take care. Thank you so much, and read the book. It will help you. Thank you.
Thanks, Minu. And now I think you'll have some sessions as well. So I'll carry
Yes.
you have a
Yeah.
long,
Thank you so much.
have a nice
Yeah.
evening. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Wish you the
Thank you.
same to you all.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Namaste.